Welcome back. Welcome back. Our guest today is a wildly popular chef and culinary host who was just nominated for a Daytime Emmy thanks to his show, Taste the Culture. Look.
One of the most important aspects of our food story today is that of sustainable agriculture. And one of the most underrepresented storylines is that of the black farmers who make it happen. Today, I'm gonna hang out with Warren and Keisha, a black farming family that is not only reclaiming their history through their work, but empowering their community through education. This is Taste the Culture.
Look at TV host. The show airs on True TV and TNT. Give it up for my friend, the one and only Chef Justin Sutherland, everyone. Hey. Look at you hosting a show.
Trying to grow up and be like you.
I'm telling ya. Okay.
I wouldn't spoil The Bachelorette for people on my show.
Shade to Ted on his last week. I love it. I know, right? We didn't give a spoiler warning. Let me ask you, I want to talk specifics about the show, but let me give you a broad question here. I know how busy you are. We were literally just talking about your travel. You get a lot of offers or a lot of people that go, ooh, Justin, let's put your name on this. Or, hey, Justin, I want you to do a restaurant. Hey, Justin, I want you to do a show. What do you look for in a project, broadly speaking?
How stressful is it going to be and where we can fit it in? Definitely have to be, very choosy now and kind of learn that as the more it gets brought up that it's important to, pick. Can't do it all.
You can't do it. Okay, that leads me to, did you have a point where you said to yourself, I need to let some air out of the tire?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you let air out of the tire?
Absolutely.
Tell me, now this show fits into your schedule. How did this come to be?
Yeah, it was actually my first chance to kind of create my own show. I was the executive producer and host for it, and True TV came after we did Fast Foodies.
Yeah.
And they said, what kind of show do you want to make? And I said, I want to travel and do a travel show, and I want to celebrate, untold stories, especially of BIPOC-owned restaurants and female-owned restaurants, and a lot in the food space.
May I say, knowing something about production, Justin, it's a beautiful show. Bravo to you. It's a beautifully shot show. I love a good food show. It's so well done. So bravo on the behind the scenes. What is harder about, you're a master of the kitchen. You're a master of being on a panel. You've done that. But what was the biggest challenge for you hosting? What surprised you?
Honestly, I loved hosting.
Did you?
And especially with this show, like I told them, I didn't really want to know much about the stories before I went into it because I was actively learning, their stories while it happened. So, it's.
You like it?
I like it.
Do you want to do more of it?
Absolutely.
I think because you're really good at it, and you got an Emmy. You got an Emmy nomination. Congratulations.
Thank you.
More than we have. I'm just saying. Just saying. No, but you're competing up against Guy, Ina, Emerald, and Andrew a guy named Andrew Zimmern. I don't know him. We know Andrew.
Well.
Nice company, though, my friend.
It was, it's an impressive list, and I was surprised. So it's cool to be on that list.
Anybody give you any advice?
Not really.
No. Look at you. I love you.
I love you.
It has been, speaking of loving you, for people that know the story, it's been, about a year and a month since the accident?
Yep.
How's everything going? Status check.
Honestly, really well. I can't complain, all things considered with, how bad it could have went. Feeling pretty good.
You're feeling pretty good health-wise? Okay, good. Because, again, if you don't know, we're not going to relive it, but Google Justin, you'll see it. It was, can you believe it's been a year?
It's weird. It feels like it's been 5 years and also like a month. Like I can't.
I feel like it's been 5 years because I felt like maybe you went through it, obviously. I felt you had a pretty great recovery. Is that fair to say?
Yes. The doctors at Regions, they were incredible. The way she put this back together, I'm still blown away. So feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you're still very good looking, Justin. You're still very good looking. Okay, you were on Top Chef. It was just announced that Top Chef is going to be in Wisconsin.
I know.
Right?
Come on.
Right?
Yes. Wild.
Why? Why not Minnesota, Top Chef?
I know. It's pretty crazy.
I've asked, speaking of that, I've asked Andrew this when Andrew's been on. Are you finding over the last, I don't know, let me give you a time span, 5 years. Are you finding in the, I'll call them the fancy restaurant or food industry, the influencers, are you finding more respect for our food scene here in Minneapolis?
Absolutely, and especially the more that I travel and eat other places, I realize how great our food community is.
People talk, do they, because you know, we're stupid, I hate the saying of we're flyover country, you know, oh, Austin and Chicago and Philly has a, it feels like between you and Ann and Gavin and Andrew, we should be a scene.
Absolutely. The people who know, but I still don't think people in New York could find Minnesota on maps yet, so.
Now, a little bit later, Justin's going to be cooking. Now, out of all the stuff that you do, what brings you the most personal joy, are you finding? Because now your hand is in so many pots, so to speak.
I mean, I love the hosting of the shows and being able to kind of do my own thing and not have, you know, constraints and be able to kind of choose my own path now.
Is it good to, do you get a certain joy? Because I know when we have folks on here, whether it's a new product, I said, someone recently asked what my favorite part of doing the show is, and that answer has always changed. And I said, now it's when I recommend a product and people go out and support, especially when a small business. How does it feel to know that your show is shining a light on great restaurateurs around the country? What does that feel like for you?
It feels great. That was the whole intention. So I'm glad that people picked up on that. I'm glad we got to tell some stories and that other people got seen. So
yeah,
it feels pretty good.
More with Justin when we come back. Now, besides the TV show, Justin has several new restaurants. That's right, several, plural, restaurants. We're going to chat about those when we come back. Back in a moment. Plural. Welcome back. Welcome back. With my buddy chef, TV host, author, he does everything, Justin Sutherland. Okay, on that vein, restaurants, plural. Let me start with one. You're opening a new restaurant in St. Paul. We're going to be cooking from some sandwiches from there. Tell the folks about Big E.
Yeah, Big E's all celebrating the egg sandwich, and it's kind of a mesh of music and egg sandwiches. So, you know, all the sandwiches I've named after some of my favorite songs and artists, and really just, it's not a breakfast spot. We just put an egg on everything.
Breakfast sandwiches are having a moment, don't you think?
They are.
Yeah, because there's a place called, I don't want to say the name because I will get emails, but there's a place in Vegas and in California. It's called Egg.
Yeah.
That has lines out the door. What is it about? I mean, I know a little something about breakfast, a little something about it. Breakfast is just pretty universal, isn't it? It's not that the success of restaurants is easy, but it's easy. It's a good touchstone for people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love an egg sandwich?
Exactly. Okay, now, so we have Big E. Keep a piece of paper because you're going to need it. And you've opened 3 Northern Soul spots, uptown northern Minnesota and soon to be in the airport. Tell the folks about this concept.
Yeah, Northern Soul, you know, it's a concept with multiple iterations. So at the airport, we're doing Northern Soul fried chicken. Up north at Grandview Lodge, we have Northern Soul Smokehouse, which is more focused on barbecue. And then in uptown, it's kind of just the Northern Soul kitchen that's more just Southern food in general. So
Where are you going to be at the airport?
Where the old Smack Shack was in the main mall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're flying through, you're watching us in Seattle, Chicago, you're flying through, stop at the main mall and go to there. And then a cookbook conveniently called Northern Soul, right there, selling you were on before talking about the creation of the book, but I want to ask you again, how long did that take to do?
Almost 3 years. I mean, it's not.
I remember you saying that.
It's wild. I mean, you think you have all these recipes and you're like, oh, just slap it together, but it's. I mean, there's all the writing and making sure it's cohesive. It's a long process.
Is there? I mean, I can kind of judge by the title. Is there a cohesive thread that runs through that book? Like our buddy Stephanie Hansen did Cabin Cookbook. What's the through line running through the book?
You know, it's just celebrating, you know, soul food. You know, but I'm from Minnesota, so with our like, you know, northern spin on it. And I just really wanted it to be an accessible, easy book that anybody could go to the store, grab all the ingredients, and cook out of it.
Do you like doing the book signings?
Yeah, I mean, the wrist gets a little tired, but.
And then, now tell the folks you're preparing for a smokeout bash in September. What's that?
Yeah, this will be our 5th year with Minneapolis St. Paul Magazine. We do our Smokeout Fest. You know, 15 to 20 restaurants, smokers come out, beer garden, live music. It'll be at Keg and Case this year, September 17th.
Are you surprised? I mean, I've known you for several years. What would you, if you could go back, let's go back 6 years. If you could go back 6 years, professional-wise, what would you tell Justin 6 years ago that you wish that you could? If you could go in the time machine, what would you tell him?
I would probably said no to a couple things.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead and list them right now, Justin. Go ahead. Sure would be good to go viral today.
Yeah. Oh, you know I'm great at that.
No, you've never been viral, Justin. Never, ever. But no, because that kind of goes, we're ending how we began. Did you find in the beginning that because the excitement of if someone approaches you with something, you're like, oh my God, I want to do it. Have you learned to say no easier?
Absolutely. I mean, you have to. I mean, not all yeses are good yeses, and sometimes the no's are more important.
Don't you think it's hard for people to do though? It's in general. People have a really hard time putting up boundaries.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I think I mean, you can't be successful unless you set your own personal boundaries and take care of yourself. So.
And now look at you. Northern Soul is available now, the cookbook. Like I said, if you're flying through MSP, stop. When's the restaurant opening?
We're shooting for August 15th, so pretty soon.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Well, wait a couple weeks and then go to the airport. Yeah. Now, as I said a little bit ago, I mean, Justin's here. We're not going to have Justin here without cooking, so we're going to be cooking when we come back. Stay with us. Back in a moment, everybody. Okay. Woo! Welcome back. Welcome back. As I mentioned, Chef Justin Sutherland has a new restaurant in St. Paul, so you got to come visit, called Big E Sandwiches. We're going to cook from it. But looking at this book while you're preparing, though, let me the kind of dedications in the back here. Rachel Ray, Andrew, Guy Fieri. Out of all the chefs that you've met, the big like you, fancy ones, who do you have the? I want to know this personally. Who do you just have like the friendliest connection with, for whatever reason?
You know, me and Guy have become really good friends lately. I do a lot of work with him, but I mean, everybody on that book has been special in my life, and we've been pretty good friends. So.
Joel McHale. I love Joel.
He's hilarious.
Oh my God. Okay, let's cook. What are we making from Big E?
We are gonna make her name is Yoshime sandwich.
Can you explain the names? Because the names, Jeff and I were loving them this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, you got the list right there. And it's my favorite music songs, music titles, lyrics, and I just, there's such a connection between music and food.
This is so good, and I love a good tray mat. Yeah. A Day at the Races, Queen, Prince and Revolution, Elton, The Flaming Lips, The Notorious B.I.G., Pink Floyd. I'm loving. Okay, so which one are we doing?
Yeah, so this is a Japanese-inspired sandwich. Her name is Yoshime, one of my favorite Flaming Lips songs. And it's kind of a recreation of an egg dish my grandma used to make with scallions and bean sprouts and eggs. So we take a little sesame oil.
Okay.
And we're gonna add in some bean sprouts. A little bit of green onion. We cook that down.
Is this one of your, have you had a lot of, this has to be one of your most fun concepts.
Absolutely, it's definitely the one I've had the most fun with. A good portion of lump crab meat.
Now they're like, "Woo, can we have some?"
Right?
Yes.
Right?
I know, yeah.
We're gonna hit that with a little bit of lemon juice, some soy sauce.
Lump crab in a breakfast sandwich. Justin.
Well, Jason, everybody was trying to drag me from expensive egg sandwiches instead of putting $20 of crab meat on it.
Okay, how much would this bad boy cost me then?
About $17.
See?
Not too
That's
bad.
a value. And he's putting $20 of crab meat on there.
So we let that cook down. For this, we do our scrambled eggs in like a souffled bake, so it's going to be really nice and fluffy. So we'll just warm that up in a little bit of sesame oil.
Because this is what I love. Correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. Yes, it's $17, but that damn thing will fill you up.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at this thing. It's the size of a 7th grader. I mean, you eat this. You don't need a hash browns. You don't need it. This is a meal right here. For 7, that's good.
Yes, that's two of our others. So this one's kind of like a
yeah,
play
which one's that?
That is the Cream Wu-Tang song, but that's kind of like your bagel and lox. So we do everything bagel seasoning on top of these beautiful buns we get from Rose Street Patisserie. Smoked salmon, hard-boiled egg, dill, caper aioli.
Because don't you think again, know something about breakfast. It's really that bread. It's like whether it's a burger or a breakfast sandwich. It starts with the bread.
100%. And so we're making these Japanese milk buns that they're making custom for us at Rose Street. They get nice and crispy. They're super pillowy. It is one of the best buns ever.
And if you're watching us from around the country, Rose Street is just legendary here. They are so. You look at their stuff and you start crying like a child. Yeah, it's like, it's so good.
So here we have a miso aioli we put on top. And then we're gonna pile all of this.
Oh, audience, I'm so sorry that I get to eat this. And and he only brought one. I'm very sorry. I know. Oh, Justin, that looks so good.
We finish that off with some pickled daikon. That's gonna give it a very traditional Japanese ingredient, gonna give it some sweetness, some acidity.
How long does it take you, for this one? How long does it take you to develop the menu?
This one was a lot of fun. I mean, I just literally sat and thought of every ingredient I could mix with eggs and came up with cool song names. So this was probably the most fun project, coming up with the dishes and naming them.
Kendall, are you allowed to eat this? I don't know with the baby. I don't know what
You want me to eat it? You're not
I do.
Eat
I
it?
want you to. Yeah. I mean, you're pregnant, for heaven's sake. I want to be nice to you.
Okay.
I want you to. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Can I just hand it over?
Okay. I love how you don't stand in front of the guests. Come over here.
Sorry, Justin.
My goodness.
Sorry.
Over
Hi.
here. Okay.
Hi.
Now.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. No, I want to take care of you. I don't want you just eating Cheez-Its.
No, you don't want to get in trouble with the bosses when this comes down my face later.
That's right.
That's
No,
what's
go
wrong.
ahead. Please enjoy.
Hello, everyone.
No, I just want you to.
Oh my God, it's really good.
No, see, no, that's enough.
It's all over me, and I'm just going to take it with me.
As you should.
Yeah, well, okay, go ahead, Vine. That's fine.
Thanks,
I mean,
Justin.
save me like one bite.
No.
Will you please? Did you point? What was this other one?
That one's the Rocket Man, Elton John. That's our burger. So it has a curry, ketchup, bread and butter pickles, caramelized onions, smoked cheddar, big burger patty, sunny side up egg.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll take that one.
That's all
because
you.
I'm never. Let me tell you a truth. We'll never see that sandwich again. That one, Kendall is already at her desk and it's already gone. Give it up, everybody, for Chef Justin Sutherland. So, to learn more about Big E sandwiches, Kendall's back and this. Oh, there's the sandwich. Okay. Head to eatbiggie.com to learn more and look for his Northern Soul restaurants as well. And pick up a copy of Justin's Northern Soul cookbook. He'll be calling bingo as well at the VF. I'm just joking. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, my God.